Okay, so I just wanted to start this Mishnah because it's so interesting to make it a separate video. So please stay tuned. We're on Daf Nun Daled Amud Beis. We're on 54b in Avodah Zarah. Very fascinating Mishnah. Shalom is Canaan Baromi. There was a Roman philosopher who asked, could be a Greek philosopher, whatever, but this whole story took place in Rome. He asked Jewish sages, the elders in Rome, if God doesn't want there to be idolatry in the world, why doesn't God just destroy the idolatry? So Amar Lahen, so this is what the sages answered. I mean, these are great philosophical questions, and great answers. Amar Lahen, ilu davar shein tzorech la'olam b'ya ha'ayivd and ha'imavatlei. We have to remember the many of the Greek philosophers did not believe in idolatry. Remember, Socrates was killed. He was accused of heresy because they say he denied the Greek gods. So it seemed the philosophers also didn't believe in these idols. So they asked, but maybe they did. They weren't sure. So they asked the Jewish sages, who obviously didn't believe in idols, if your God doesn't want there to be idols, why doesn't He just destroy them? Isn't God all powerful? So the Jewish rabbis answered that if the pagans would only worship things that were useless, God could destroy them. He would destroy them. But the pagans worship the sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations. We need those things. The world needs those things for the natural order of the world. Should God destroy His world that He made just because people are stupid idiots? So the philosophers said to the rabbis, to the Jewish sages, if that's the case, well, not all idols that exist are useful. So why doesn't God destroy the idols that are not important, that are not that the world doesn't need, and leave the things that the world needs? So he said, no, God would not do that because that would encourage the people who worship the useful idols. Meaning, okay, so God's going to destroy all the statues that are not needed. So then the people who worship the sun and the moon, they say, look, the sun and the moon, those are the real gods because they did not get destroyed. And so that's why God cannot destroy neither God will not that God can't destroy the idols. He could if He wanted to, but this is why God chooses not to destroy idols, and He gives people free will. So the Gemara brings a brisa that kind of elaborates on this. What the Mishnah says: Tana Rabbanan, the rabbis taught in a brisa. Shalom philosophin as is Canaan. The philosophers, Greek philosophers, asked, or Roman philosophers, whatever. Obviously, they're building on Greek philosophy. They asked the Jewish elders, the rabbis, Baromi in Rome. This is Canaan Baromi. Em Elokechem ein ritzonei ba'akim neimayim avatla. If your God doesn't want people to worship idols, and He's so powerful, why doesn't He just get rid of them? Amar lahem. So the rabbis answered, Ilu davar she'ein olam tzorech le'hayavdin, hari hu mevatla, hari ein oivdin l'cham l'vanim l'kechavim l'zolas, yavod olam ne'yashaitam. We just said in the Mishnah, the same thing. If they were worshipping things the world didn't need, God would destroy them. But they're worshipping the sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations. Should God destroy the world because of stupid people? And this is what the Bryce adds, it's not in the Mishnah. The world just goes by natural order. If stupid people damage the world, they're going to have to answer to that. They're going to have to face judgment. Davar acher. Another explanation. Harish gazals ashal chitim. Volach v'zar b'karka din hu shalois atzmiach. God doesn't want people to steal. So what if someone steals a measure of wheat, the seeds, and he goes and he plants them in the ground? Because God opposes theft, those seeds should never grow. But God is not going to interrupt. He wants to give us free will, so he's not going to interrupt the natural order. And so he allows it. And the stupid people who damage, who do sins, they're going to have to answer judgment for their sins. Davar acher, another case. Hari shabal eish chaver din hu shaloi tisaper. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, she shouldn't be able to get pregnant. God shouldn't allow such a thing. But the natural order continues, and the stupid people who do stupid things, they're going to have to face the judgment. And that's there's such a thing, mamzeris. This is what Reish Lakish said. Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu. God said, "Leidayan v'shayim shoysin sela shali pumbi." It's not enough that the wicked make my coin. What does this mean, pumbi? Let's read what the explanation says. Mashal hu cheret shetoivim by matbeis b'tzorot shel hamelech mishin v'shtamish by shaloi b'shus v'seu hefker chalaretz l'achsam by v'mizalzel hamelech. It's an insult to my coins, meaning if someone makes a coin that has the king's face on it, and someone who uses it in the wrong way is insulting the king, so too someone who commits adultery, he is taking God's image, because man is made in God's image, and he's taking God's stamp and using the wrong way. So God says, when they cause me they cause God to create a bastard, a mamzer, they're bothering me, and they're forcing me to put my stamp on this child that I don't want to make. Because God said he made the natural order of the world, and so the human beings, when they abuse their free will, are forcing the hand of God. Sha'al philosophus echad as Rabban Gamliel. So we have another case of a debate, of a discussion between a philosopher and a Jewish sage. Sha'al philosophus echad as Rabban Gamliel. One philosopher asked Rabban Gamliel, Kasab teraschem ki Hashem Elokecha eish eichlahu kelkana. Deuteronomy 4 says, "Be very careful, lest you forget the covenant which the Lord your God made with you, and you make some kind of an idol that the Lord your God commanded you not to make, because the Lord your God is a devouring fire. He is a jealous God." So what does it mean that God is jealous? Why is God only jealous and zealous for the worshipper and not for the idol itself? Why isn't God? God only punishes the worshipper and not the object that's worshipped. If God is so jealous, usually when people are jealous, they're punishing more the one that they're jealous of than the one that they're jealous for. So Marley, so when Gamliel said to this Greek or Roman philosopher, Emshel l'chol mashal, I'm going to give you a parable. What is this like? Melech basar v'dam. There is a human king, a flesh and blood king. He had one son. And that son, the prince, was raising a dog. And so he had a pet dog, and he named the dog after his father. He gave the dog the same name as his father's name. And when the prince would take an oath, he would swear by the life of my father the dog. When the king hears such an insult, who is he mad at? Is he mad at the prince or is he mad at the dog? He's mad at the prince. Why should the dog didn't do anything wrong? So this philosopher was a believer in idols. He said, how can you call an idol a dog? There's something to it. So the Rabbi Gamliel asked this philosopher, what did you see? What kind of reality did you see in this idol? So the philosopher said one time there was a big fire in his city, and the whole city got burned up, but the pagan temple didn't get burned. So there you see the idolatry protected the temple. So Ben Gamliel said, I'm going to give you an example of another parable. The same thing, you see people get healed, faith healers, all kinds of things. What is this like? You have a human flesh and blood king who ruled over many provinces. In one province, one country, he ruled over, rebelled against him. He's going to go take his revenge, make a war. If there's living people in the city and there's dead people in the city, who is the king going to attack? The living or the dead? He's going to attack the living. The people all worship that idol. Why? And their houses got burned down. Who cares about the temple? The people lost more than the temple, right? Who cares about the temple? The temple's a dead temple, but the living people are the ones who suffered the most. Samar like helavat tekaresa, mesa tekaresa, can you have denim and oilam? So the philosopher said to him, Gamliel, you're calling idolatry a dog. You're calling it a corpse. You're calling it dead. Why isn't if your God's so powerful? Why doesn't He just destroy all the idols? So Gamliel said, just like our Mishnah says, if it was something the world didn't need that they were worshiping, God would destroy it. But look, they're worshiping the sun, the moon, the stars, the constellations, the rivers, the oceans, the currents, the mountains. Should God destroy the world because of stupid people? So and that's what Zephaniah says in Zephaniah 1. Asif Asif call me'al pnei adam anu Hashem. Should God destroy everything from all off the face of the earth, says the Lord? He's going to gather together, meaning kill the people, the animals. He's going to gather and kill the birds of the heaven and the fish of the sea, and all the things that the wicked people are tripping in, meaning that causing sin. Just because wicked people are using them for sins, should God destroy them? Sometimes they worship people, and God says, I'm going to remove the man from the face of the earth, says the Lord. So the answer is, in the end, no, God is not going to destroy just the things that are worshipped, but rather God will destroy the worshippers, the idolatrous priests, and so forth. And so we have more examples like this, but we're going to have to wait till tomorrow. This is very interesting Gemara, so please stay tuned to tomorrow. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and all the best. Very, very interesting Gemaras.